You ready?
We're ready.
You ready?
Ready.
I'm ready.
Get it.
It's finally time.
It's time.
Finally time.
What is it time for?
I can actually work on my Wagoneer. Finally got it home. It has been 3 months since we got the first one. So if you don't remember in the last video, or the one before Moab, we went and bought some Wagoneers and we caught one on fire and left one there. And we got one of them home and finally got this one home. And this is our 1986 Grand Wagoneer. So the first problem we have is we've cleaned it up a lot, but under the hood we cleaned a lot, and then we encountered a giant mess of rat nests and mice nests. It had been sitting in that field for who knows how long, and this off out of the way. You can see in here our problem. So a lot of the wiring is cut in half or just not together at all. It's just a giant mess. They just ate everything, literally. The vacuum lines are gone off the carburetor, everything. And to top it all off, whoever, despite that it doesn't have a radiator, came with the radiator, so I'm gonna get that rebuilt. But despite everything, if I can find it with my non-seeing eyes, to me, I think this is red, and I've been confirmed. What color is this, Nikki?
That is red.
So, red is power, right, everybody? Right. This is black, right, Nikki?
That's black.
This is supposed to be ground. Well, whoever put these on in whatever world they live in is the backwards world. They're wrong. And so I went to put this battery on, and let's just say some stuff got a little warm and hot. And quickly, before anything went crazy, I got it off, but yeah. That's also a fun issue we had to deal with. And I still need to change those. Yeah, ground wire's red and positive's black. I don't know what world they're living in, but that's not right. So we've cleaned the inside of this thing, and our plan pretty much is to have one nice Wagoneer. Nikki's kind of liked them over the years. I've always wanted one. What'd you used to call them?
Grandpa Mobile.
Yeah. Every time we saw one, she thought they were the
I just think of a station wagon. I just think that's just old. That's
old
just
90-year-old man doing this.
An old vehicle, and not in like a cool way. But they're growing on me.
Yeah, especially since she's already come up with paint colors. So we're not a big fan of this. I first saw it, I thought it was white, but it is tan. So usually I see white Wagoneers, but I've never really seen tan ones. But I think we're gonna have a cool color combination. I want to make some changes to this thing to where it kind of looks a little bit different than any other Wagoneer that's out there. But first steps first, gotta get the thing running first. So I'm so new to these Wagoneers, I'm still learning everything. I know Cherokees from tires to the roof racks, I know everything. TJ, same thing. But when it comes to these Wagoneers, I'm new. I know how the four-wheel drive system works and all that and everything, but I'm learning what drivetrains came with them. I'm learning what years the Grand Wagoneer, because they were a limited before they were the Grand. So straight off the bat, you got an AMC 360 V8 motor. Behind that is a Chrysler 727 automatic transmission, and behind that I think is a 205, 203 transfer case. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really looked at the transfer cases that came in these things yet. I'm more concerned of if it's going to run first. So when I bought it from the previous owner, he didn't tell me if it ran or not. He didn't know, but it's pretty much together. So a lot of the Jeeps here, just the fan actually have, and we're missing I think it's the smog. If anybody can tell me which pump we're missing, but we're missing a pump off one of the drive here. I know alternator and power steering pump and AC compressor, all that stuff. So learning, definitely doing a lot of reading. But I'm gonna let's ask Nikki what she thinks of this whole thing.
Well, now that we got all the rat poop off.
Yeah, that was fun.
But no, seriously, I think it's pretty cool. I'm getting excited about it. Ren's actually, he's a good husband. He includes me on decisions and my opinion. So if we paint this thing, she's gonna be really nice. And the interior I kind of really like. I like that tan, that medium caramel-y tan, the shag carpet. Even though it's just, I don't know. I like the 70s, so.
Yeah, I'm an 80s guy. She's definitely the 70s child.
So, I like it. It's like boho. I like it. Put your toes in it. It's all squishy.
Yeah, but I think ours just needs to be ripped out before you do that.
I mean, it's just your feet. It can have a little nasty squish too.
Ugh. Yeah, we gotta rip the carpet out.
Actually, we were filming for this video, and I'm just sitting in the back, and there's little ashtray things on each door and everything. I'm like, Ren's like, "You gonna get it?" I was like, "Hold on, I gotta smoke my cigarette first." And he's like, "Do what?" I
had to take a second there to realize what she just said, because neither of us do smoke. It's just, ugh. Yeah. This was the era of, if you ain't got a cigarette in your hand, you ain't cool. but yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm enjoying hanging out with Ren and working with him, so it'll be a good project.
Yeah, we've had a lot of projects, and especially her Jeep, but I think this is going to be a lot of fun because it's an old vehicle. It's something that we can both kind of work on. And today we're going to tackle this wiring mess. So I got a new harness for the Jeep. I've never pulled one of these out, so our goal is to lay the new one in here, plug it in, and then just work our way back to make sure we got everything in there incorrectly. And my wonderful, beautiful wife is going to help me with all the wiring because I can't see what color goes to what.
Yes, and we're gonna get going soon so we don't run out of daylight, hopefully.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this wiring. We're gonna do a little time lapse. Hope y'all enjoy us ripping this old thing out and putting this new one in, and hopefully having some power today, because this Jeep has no power. We haven't turned anything on. We turned the key and that's nothing. It. We got nothing. Whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nada.
Whole lot of, not even a click or from the door. Yeah. So, all right, let's jump on that and get that going.
I got some bad news.
What? Different?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Completely?
Yeah. The flags that go one way, it's supposed to go the other way.
Really? looks like the wiring harness is different. So I think we got one from a 89, 89 or 91 year model. I know those years are a bit different. Chrysler had a little bit more input. There were some features and things that were changed, I guess. But wife doesn't lie. She said the plugs are different. How different are they?
Well, when one goes one way and one goes this way, there's a problem. Also, it just doesn't line up at all. Like the way the inside of this one is. And the way that that one is completely just different. How many plugs are in different areas. I mean, it's just not the same at all. I was staring at it for a while just to make sure. But yep, she's definitely not right.
So
we're learning. As Ren said, we don't know that much about the Wagoneers, and I was just looking, we looked just to make sure it looked like it went to the same areas, which it did, but it's just hard to know until you go in and...
That was my confusion, because it's the same motor, same transmission, same everything. Just, I guess they changed the electronics throughout the years in certain ranges of the Wagoneer. So I'm gonna take this one back where I got it, and I'm gonna try to come up with a 86 Wagoneer wiring harness. So if I can't come up with one, or if anybody knows somebody that has one that's in good shape, or if you have one in good shape, send me a comment and I'll certainly buy it off of you, because I need one. So, and that's kind of I guess the goal we're going with this one, because first things first, we want to make sure this motor runs. So if this motor doesn't run or can't be made to run, we may go a different route on engine and drivetrain, because we want to enjoy this thing, and this is not the most gas sipping motor and most power available. I mean, it's a 360 V8 that puts out, I think, a whopping 188 horsepower from the factory. I mean, I would love to have a hot rod 360. I mean, that's kind of the goal that I wanted, but if this motor is not up to par, we're gonna have to look at other options. So, but first things first, if anybody has a wiring harness they are willing to sell or know where one is, please hit me up in the comments, and make sure you like the video and tell me what you think of the Wagoneer. You excited to see it? Do you have one? Did your family have one? Let me hear the Wagoneer stories. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will see you later.